So here's an example of ghost notes. Focus on my snare, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I'm playing pretty quietly in general on the snare, but you heard that some of the notes were quiet, some of the notes were louder, okay? So we're gonna go right to the practice pad, because to practice ghost notes, many people will just tell you, like, here's a groove to practice your ghost notes, and I don't know if that's really going to help you in the beginning, because you need to understand that you have to have the technique in place first before you can actually play a groove with the ghost notes to practice even, right? So what I would say is that you need to practice taps on the practice pad, which just means lifting the stick about an inch from the pad and just tapping like this. Okay, with your left hand. Let's first have you play this exercise. So right hand is going to be accented like it would be on the hi-hat, just playing a normal volume, and left hand will be playing the eighth notes off beats but quietly, okay, like this. Okay, and then you can practice it faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's cool. Now you understand the concept of ghost notes, but there's a few tricky things, like doing the accent right after you play a ghost note. So in a 16th note setting, like 1E and 2E and 3 and 4E and 1E and 2, right? So it's like a tap and then a full stroke, okay? So tap, full stroke. For that, it doesn't matter if you're using magic grip or a traditional grip. What you're going to do is, again, start low for the tap and then pull up for the full stroke. And it'll almost be like as you're pulling up, you're tapping and then you play, okay? Okay? So tap, full stroke. So that's something you can practice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, once you get that, then the problem becomes the independence between your hands. So then you can pretend you're playing your hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2. Right? So slow it down. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E. Okay? The snares are making weird sounds. But get that independence in place, because that's kind of going to be the thing that you're going to come against when you're actually trying to use ghost notes in a groove. Okay? That independence. So try that. You can try that groove that we just played on the practice pad on the kit. So okay, that's just your beginning groove to get into ghost notes. Obviously, there's a bunch that you can get into, but this is a simple one that you can start off with, because not changing your hi-hat when you're playing those things, that's gonna get you. So practice step by step and work it into the groove. If you have any questions, let me know.